For the 100% cheapest coins on the internet with reliable delivery and quick customer support, check out my sponsor MMOEXP by clicking the link at the top of the description and use code SWIFT at checkout for 5% off. Salsa family, and today I'm coming back at you guys with another Madden 21 video on the channel, and in today's video we're going to be going over a few insane coin making methods to make you coins in Madden 21. Now it's been a minute since I've done a giveaway on the channel, so we're going to be giving away 500k in today's video. If you want to win 500k coins, all you have to do is be subscribed to the channel and comment down below a road to 100k, include your social media or really any way I can reach you in that comment, and in exactly 1 week I'll be rolling a random comment, checking you're subscribed to the channel and getting in contact with you to give you 500k absolutely free. So without further ado, let's hop into the video, boys. And the first thing that I quickly want to overview is something that did come out into the game a while ago, but I know a lot of you guys watching my videos are relatively new to Madden, or maybe you didn't watch this video when I covered this topic, and I want to quickly go over the MUT Master Series 4 objective list. Now, since we're going to be getting Series 5 relatively soon in the game, I quickly wanted to show you guys that if you knock out all 4 of these objectives, you're going to be earning 150,000 coins absolutely free. I made a video on the channel going over how you guys can get wins quickly and tackles for loss with Sam Mills super fast, so if you're interested in checking that one out, I will leave it linked in the description. But for those of you that have already knocked this out like me, I just wanted to go over this really quickly in case there's newer people to the channel or newer people to Madden that watch my videos. So be sure you have all 4 of these objectives done, because if you get these done when Series 5 comes out, instead of getting 125k, you're only going to get 30k. So definitely would recommend you guys do this for free coins very easily. Now the next thing to overview is some of these playoff sets, and the reason why there's so much profitability within these is because of the fact that this 97 overall Steve Smith Master is actually a really good card. The fact that he gets Playmaker makes this card one of the best receivers in the game. A lot of people want him, and that leaves us a ton of opportunities in basically all of these different sections of sets. Now the first set that I want to overview in here is going to be this Devin White set right here. As you guys can see, Devin White is currently selling for about 300k. We could honestly probably sell him for closer to 330, as it looks like this card for 300 is going to sell pretty quickly, and we're going to be knocking out the Devin White set for cheap. There's honestly a whole bunch of sets you guys can do, and all you want to do is really filter through these positions and try and find snipes at the cheapest price possible. 75k for this Teron Johnson is honestly a super sick deal. We will definitely take that, and as we continue to go through here, we want to get these lower overall cards for a price of around 15,000 coins. We want the mid-tier cards, so the 89s, up for a price of around 25k if possible. That's going to be about 50k on these cards right here, an additional 35 to 45k on these bottom cards. We're going to spend about another 40 or 50k on this middle card, so that's going to be Traquan Smith. 35 is actually a pretty solid deal, so I'll definitely take Traquan at that price. And then finally, you really just want under 100k for this final card right here, the Teron Johnson. Now when we add all that up, that's a price of just about 200,000 coins, probably about 210 to 215k. As you guys can see, we actually did get a couple of really good snipes on these cards right here, so we've only spent about 100k on this set so far, and we're easily going to be able to get the Rashawn Garys at a price of around 25k if we snipe on this filter, and we'll be able to get these Daryl Williams as well for probably like 14 or 13k. All in on this set right here that we're going to do live in the video, I would say we probably spend about 190,000 coins, and we're going to be able to get a card going for 300k. So that's the first method right there. But honestly, what I would recommend you do is take a look at a lot of these sets. A whole bunch of them are going to be really profitable. Let's do this one right here, and then I'll move on to a couple of other profitable sets in the playoff promo. Now for this final method here, this one is pretty risky, but I am excited to share it with you guys because there is a lot of potential to make some good coins, and even if you get unlucky and get some fairly unlucky pulls, you're gonna break even or profit a little bit. This is a high budget method, so you guys are gonna need a fair bit of coins, but for those of you guys that do have a lot of coins, this is what you want to do. And if you're a bit lower on coins, I would still recommend you watch this because it's kind of a interesting way we're making coins that maybe if you make more in the future or you get more coins later, you can utilize some similar principles. Now essentially how this is going to work is we're going to buy 3 94 overall legends at the cheapest price possible. Now these legends are really inexpensive right now. That's mainly because of the fact we can get them really cheap through packs. As you guys can see, Jimbo Cobra at 61, if we get that, that's perfect. We don't end up getting that. Essentially what we're looking to do is we want to snipe these cards at 70k or less. 60k would have been an incredible deal, and you guys are going to see a lot of really good snipes on the filter, but 70k or less for 3 94 overall players, that is 2 210,000 coins in spend, and that is going to make us just over 30,000 training points. Now with those 30k training points, we're going to come into here and we're going to open this set twice. Now if we pull a 96 overall on the Buccaneers, that's going to be Mike Evans, we're selling off the card. If we pull any 95 or 96s on the Chiefs, we are adding them into the Master Tyreek Hill set. And if we pull a 95 overall player on the Bucks, which is the most unlucky possible pull you can get, we are going to quick sell the card and we're going to re-roll. Very likely that you guys are going to have two of the 95s on the Chiefs, just based on how the method works out. Now if you guys have two of these 95s, what you're going to need to do is purchase another 95, and you're going to need the 96 Frank Clark. So right now Frank Clark's up for about 175k, and most of these 95s are selling for about 125. Some of them are a little bit more expensive. As you guys can see, the Eric Fisher's pretty pricey. The Clyde Edwards-Helaire, as you guys will see right here, is about 125k, 135k. So that's going to be about another 300,000 coins invested into the method. Now at this point, you guys have spent a total price of 510k to knock out this Tyreek Hill set. If you ended up getting a Mike Evans, you'll sell off the Mike Evans. He's going for like 160 or 170, and you'll be able to actually just buy one of the other 95s and make a little bit of profit there, because again, you sell off Mike for more than the 95 cost, if that does make sense. It'll make a lot more sense once we do it live in the video, but about 510,000 coins invested into this. Now let's take a look at how much Tyreek Hill is going for, and most importantly, how much training you guys are going to get from knocking out the pack. So Tyreek Hill right now, I will filter it down by 96 to 97. He should be going for a price of around 400k. The power up is up for about 10,000 coins as well. As we scroll down right here, we'll go down by wide receiver. I don't know why I didn't do that at the start, but this Tyreek Hill card is going to be very, very expensive, and that's really just why the whole method works out. Tyreek is up for about 400k, so just like what he was before, and we sell off the power up as well. When we sell off both of those two cards, that's going to make us about 375,000 coins. So at this point, you guys are down about 135k, assuming you got unlucky. You could have pulled a Frank Clark. If you pulled the Frank Clark, then you're going to be down a lot less, because he's pretty expensive. If you pulled the Mike Evans, you're going to be down even less. So we're just saying that you guys got the most unlucky pulls possible. Then what you're going to do is you're going to quick sell those additional players that we got, and we're going to make just about 60,000 training points from those nats you get back in return. With those 60k training points, you're going to roll this pack right here 2 times. Whatever you get, you sell off. And essentially what's going to happen is you're probably going to get a couple of cards. You're going to make about 250 to 200,000 coins in return, which is going to be profitable on this method. So I know that's pretty confusing, but when you guys do all of this, you're going to be up about 75k at worst, and if you guys get incredibly lucky, you're up about 150 to 200,000 coins. So let's get into this, boys. We are going to need to purchase 2 94 overall cards at the cheapest price possible. Filter it down 94 to 95, filter it down by legends, and you want these cards for about 70,000 coins. You again could get some really good snipes. You could get these cards at like 60k. Like on that first refresh on this filter, yeah, we saw a card up for 60k, which is pretty crazy. Sometimes you guys will see that. If you see a card up for that deal, please buy it immediately, and hopefully you don't get out sniped. We're going to refresh on this. As you guys can see, I have a whole bunch of training in my inventory already, so if we can't find a couple of snipes, we might end up using some of those training points. Okay, so what I'm going to do is actually dip into some of the training points that I have from before. I sniped a 94, and there was a lot of others at that same price, but I do want to use some of my other training points because I don't want them to go to waste. I am a no money spent player, so I am looking to kind of utilize my value. I don't need to get up to 150k training for no reason, but the training that I have right here was all sniped at that exact same price point. I've been doing this method a few times today, and what we're going to do, like I said, is we're opening this up 2 different times. Now we're hoping for a Frank Clark. If we get a Frank Clark, we're just straight chilling. That's awesome. We end up getting a Mike Evans, so I can't complain about that at all. If I wanted to, I could quick sell the card for 36k training. We'll actually keep Mike Evans right here, and we'll sell him off and utilize some of those coins to get some other players. If we get a Frank Clark, that's going to be awesome. Hopefully we just get one of the Chiefs cards right here. As you guys can see, we get a Brashad Breeland. So a relatively common roll, nothing really too crazy. Now slight change of plans, boys. We're actually going to be quick selling the Mike Evans for 36,000 training points. I was actually doing some math in my head, and I think it's actually going to be better to quick sell that card. You are going to get a little bit more value by doing that rather than actually selling the card on the block, because we actually can pull some players that are a bit more expensive. I know some of the 95s on the Chief are fairly expensive, so hopefully we get one of those right here. Hopefully we get a 96 actually. Again, we are quick selling the card for 36k training, so even if we do get a 95 right here like we did Chris Godwin, we're still up a little bit of training points, so we're actually around break even. So pulling that Mike Evans kind of affords us the luxury to roll this pack a couple more times. If we get a Bucks player right here, that's not ideal. That is not what you want to see. We get very unlucky. Please give me a Chiefs card right here. That would be very ideal. And it looks like we should be getting a Chiefs player here. If we get another Bucks one, that's just super unlucky. As bro, are you serious? Okay, so there we go. I was able to pull Eric Fisher. We also have a Rashad Breeland right here, and essentially all that means is we now need to snipe our Clyde at the cheapest price possible, and we need to snipe our Frank Clark at the best deal. We're hopefully going to spend about 300k combined on the two players. As you guys can see, Frank Clark's actually up for 167. That's going to be a pretty good deal. That's cheaper than I was actually expecting to get him for. And then finally, the Clyde Edwards-Helaire right here is up for about 130k. We could refresh more often. I probably should, but since I'm recording, I'm looking to show you guys this relatively quickly. I don't want to waste your guys' time. So we're going to put all these cards into the set. At this point in the video, you guys should be all in for about 510k. Obviously, if you have to roll the trading a couple more times, and if you get some Bucks players, which is unlucky, trading is just so cheap right now that isn't going to be a crazy expensive cost. We had to do that about 1 or 2 extra times in the video. So let's say right now we've invested into the method about 525k. I think that's super reasonable. And as you guys can see, we're going to get Clyde, we're going to get Tyreek, we're going to get his power up, and we're going to quick sell all of these players, and we're making about 60k training by doing so. Now with those training points we did just obtain, we're going to come into the store right here, and we are ripping this pack 2 times. If we get a 96 overall Frank Clark, that is awesome. If we get Chiefs players, that is awesome. And when you guys are doing this right here, I don't want you to quick sell these cards. No matter what you get, you are keeping these players and you are going to sell them off, because that is how we're making our profit. If you guys wanted to continue doing this method and you wanted to roll it over and over again, you actually theoretically could put these cards into the set again, knock out the Tyreek Hill, and continue the cycle. That actually is a pretty solid way of doing it, but we're going to cash out. So 525k is going to get us these 4 players right here: Tyreek's power up, Rashad Breeland, and Frank Clark. So starting it off with Tyreek Hill, he is up for about 390k. That's going to be about 360 after tax. We get Tyreek Hill's power up, that's about 10k. Let's say we're up to about 360 after tax on these 2 cards. We're going to have Rashad Breeland, and this card is up for about 100k, so he's actually one of the cheaper ones. That's going to bring us up to about 460. Again, remember guys, we only spent 510 to 520 on this, and we're up to 460. Now theoretically, we get a bad pull here, we get a card that's only going for 100k, well that's going to bring the total up to 560, so we're still going to be profitable, but we ended up getting lucky. We got a Frank Clark, he's up for like 175, and he's going to bring the total up to about 620 to 630k, so we're making about 100k in profit off the final method. I know I probably didn't explain that in the best way possible, but it is a solid method, and I hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. If you did, leave a like, enter that giveaway, and until next time, I'm out. Peace.
So,